You seen this enough. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakai, Ha Kodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles, Yemesudu Ruel, and Shalom unto the hopeful election. Now, what you're seeing is a U.S., looks like a U.S. drone strike, right, on a Venezuelan ship. Now, because I understand, that we understand that we live in a psyop, right? But we also understand that things is brewing up. Things is, there's a sifting angel in the air. Now, whether this was a real strike or not, whether this was to promote propaganda or to promote, you know, to incite people to react. Because remember, our people are scattered all over. Whether this is to incite the Venezuelans to react, or is to incite certain Americans to react, because that's what's going on right now too in the state, well, in America. Major divisions is being brought up, and I remember having a dream. I put it in on my channel a long time ago, a while ago. It was about 2 years ago. It had to do with different guilds and factions that would be set up. You know, and that's what I'm seeing, man. We seeing these different styles being played out. It doesn't look like there was anybody on that shit. you know. But this is just, the devil pretty much is just another tool, another psyoptic tool. So you got to be careful in these times as far as wars is concerned and speaking on certain things, because everything isn't what you see. Everything isn't entirely what you may perceive it to be. There's always an underhand, there's an underlying agenda to it, because we don't understand the ultimate agenda is one world government, right? Pretty much where you've been tracked, and where you can pretty much they can have you monitored day and night. You know, that's the ultimate goal. So when you see things like this, it just sounds like, this just seems like something more so a rumor of a war. Even though we know things is going to be chaos everywhere, this is just something to excite. This is rumors, right? And when the Lord tells us about rumors, man, let's get the scriptures, man. He tells us about rumors, and he tells us, how they're used, man. This is Sirach 26 and 5. There be three things in my heart. In my heart, it's like there be three things that my heart feareth. And the fourth, I was sore afraid. The slander of a city, the gathering of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All three of those things the devil is guilty of continuously as a nation, right? It says, but number 6, it says, but the grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. We already know how that feels. I ain't mean to go into that, but hey, it's spirit. It says, in a scourge of the tongue, which communicated with thought. But the point is those three things, which is used literally to destroy cities, man, by lying and a false accusation, a false tongue. Many nations, many people, many cities have been destroyed, man. You know, let's get this real quick. Do this, then we're gonna end it, because these different rumors and these different psyops has been played on Jake, man. It's been played on us, man. It's to get you to react, man. And if you react and fall victim to it, to be in a time where you have to, anything you see, you got to do more research into it before you just automatically believe it. That's even when it comes to certain deaths. Even though you're preparing your mind, because eventually it's going to be right in front of us, right? Some of us may be martyred for it. But everything that we see on TV, a lot of times those the television televised tell a lie program, right, is used to psyop people, man. 99.9% of the time. So that's why you got to be careful what you look at and how you walk while you after you look at it. But anyways, Mark 13:7, it says, and when ye shall hear of rumor of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things need be, but the end shall not be yet, man. It says, for nation shall rise up against nation, which is what we're seeing. You know, the sifting spirit is sifting certain nations to rise up against, the policies of Mystery Babylon the Great, and Mystery Babylon the Great, aka America, is rising up against them back. Trump put, he's telling the other nations, we'll put sanctions on Russia, you know, but you got to stop buying the oil. So this is when that sifting nation, that sifting spirit, I should say, is being used to pretty much make it force the nation's hand, you know. And then eventually it's gonna be used to force this devil's hand. He's gonna come down with great wrath on us, man. But it says, in a kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. And it says, all of these are the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning. What happened is really just the beginning of the different perils and said perils that the prophet has been saying. We've been telling you. You've been seeing, seeing people have dreams about it. It's definitely going down. It says, but take heed to yourselves. You know, that's why you take heed to yourselves. Be circumspect. Watch what you say. Watch what you do. Watch how you approach certain people. Watch how you let people approach you too. You know, protect your body, protect your temple, protect your mind, protect everything you know that the Lord has given you. It says, for they shall deliver you up to councils, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, man. You know, and if it comes to a point in time where you taken unjustly, just roll with the punches. The Lord is gonna take care of you. I believe the Lord is gonna take care of us whatever situation we get in. Just be patient. It says, in the synagogues, and ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before the rulers and kings for my sake, for Yahweh's sake, for a testimony against them. And the gospel must first be published amongst all nations. And since this internet has went out, there's no excuse. Wherever the Israelites have been scattered to, there is no excuse, man. But the internet is out there in airways. It's no excuse, man. The Lord has put it out there for everybody to be wherever we've been scattered to have access to it some way, somehow, man. I didn't even understand what an Israelite was till I was 25, man. I'm just using me as an example. So it's really, the truth is out there, man. You know, you got some brothers and sisters that's been in this since they was young, that came in early, which is good. That's great. And then you got some that came in later on, like myself, and that's still great. But at the end of the day, the truth is out there. So there's no excuses with anyone that's still rejecting this, what the prophets have been telling you, man, or been telling us. From the elders and apostles on down to the affiliates, there's no excuses. So looks like just a whole bunch of psyops, dealing with wars and rumors of wars, dealing with, set up propaganda, news propaganda, try to get people to react, whether it's on this side or that side of the world. It's just to incite people to react. And people are going to react because, really you deal with the South Americas anyways. You're dealing with, a lot of deals that the UN have made with these different corporations or these different uh, favelas and these different spots down there. And the CIA had their hand in that too, because the United States doesn't even own the CIA. So a lot of them, hey, they had made deals with the UN to be able to, I guess you could say, help patrol in certain areas, and as long as they getting certain resources and certain uh, materials from the certain of these different lands, right? Because Venezuela's rich in resources too, just like Brazil. As long as they're getting the resources they need, they were willing to pay a hefty price, man. And guess what? Cocaine was a part of some of those resources. That's why now that cocaine got into the neighborhoods of Jake, the CIA was a big player in that. Just like the FBI was a big player in setting up psyops and having people killed, you know, and demonizing people that were not demons, but not going after the real demons, the real niggas, is Esau Edom. But anyways, I just want to make that quiz. That's what it looks like so far. It's just a whole bunch of different psyops being played. Just be careful what you're looking at, because everything that you watch ain't true. And there's always an underlying agenda behind it. So even if it has some truth to it, there's always an agenda, evil agenda behind it. So I mean that right there, man. This is a time to be circumspect. Call Allah Yumla Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rikaha Kodash. And Shalom to the hopefully like.